press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children, how are you? I hope that all are doing good at home, is it? So today I am here with you with the grammar, okay, that is the verb. So in parts of speech, in the last classes you come to know about that is nouns, pronoun, then adjective and adverb, okay. So today's class we are going to look over verb and what are the verbs and how many kinds of verbs are present in English grammar, okay. So let's see in this today's class, okay. So verb, so you know that verb, how much the identification of verb is important in English while we are speaking or while we are writing. So we needed the knowledge of verb, okay. So which are the verbs are present in English grammar and in what way we are using that grammar while making sentences. So while it may be a speaking or in writing, how we are going to use this grammar, okay. So let's see in today's class. So what is verb? So verb is a word that expresses an action, okay, an action or state or an existence. So it says, it expresses about an action where, so what is the thing a person has done, what a thing has done, so what it is, so that is, and here it says about a state and also existence. So let's see with the example where I am going to explain you briefly. So what are the verbs here? So let's see here. So what is verb? Verb means it is a word which expresses an action or state or existence, okay. So this is the definition of a verb. Then example, here I can tell you here, Nirbhay swims in the swimming pool every day, okay. Nirbhay swims Nirbhay swims in the swimming pool every day. So this is an action. So what is the action here? Swims. Where he is swimming? He is swimming in the swimming pool. It is a place. This is an action. Nirbhay swims. So it says about an action, okay. This is called verb. This word is called verb and it shows the action of a Nirbhay, okay. So this is, so let's look over the state. What is the example for a state? The water is cold. Water is cold. You may say the water is cold. See, here is, water is cold. Here it is, there is no action verb and there is no person, there is no noun, okay. Here it is noun, what it is there, that is a water. And is, it is using for state. What is the state of a water? Cold. It is not hot. It is cold. That it says a state, okay. And it is also described as a verb, okay. So it is also called as a verb. Is also called as verb, but is not main verb. It is called as a helping verb, okay. So this is called as a helping verb and this swims is called as a verb or main verb. And then about existence. So next is the Great Pyramids. The Great Pyramids are in Egypt. So here also R is suggesting for, it is tells for existence of pyramid. It shows the existence of a pyramid. It still it present. It is present from the past, then still it is there, and in the future also it is present. And who knows, if it is the world is going to destruct, then it is not present. Okay, let's say that's the other matter. But the pyramids, okay, it suggests about a existence of a pyramids. Okay, it's tell about the existence. It's situated. So where it is situated in it is in Egypt. Okay, so here it is called, and it is also tells about a verb. Okay, so existence of a pyramid, it is also shows about a verb. Okay, so I hope that you have understood. According to the definition, it has clarified here. Okay, so what is a verb? It is a word which expresses an action or state or existence. If you take an example for an action, so the word like swims, drinks, read, okay, then write, so those words all called as a action verbs or action words, and those words is also called as verb. And if you take the example like the water is cold, is suggested, it says about a helping verb. Okay, this is called as a helping verb, and it says the state of a water. Okay, so there we are using for a state. Then about the existence, R is using to show the existence of pyramids. Okay, so this is also used for a verb words. Okay, so this is about. So let's move on to the types of verbs. The types of verbs. Okay, so we have some different types of verbs in English grammar and in parts of speech. Okay, let's see about our types of verbs. Types of verbs. So we have two types of verbs in this parts of speech. How many types of words? Two types of verbs. Two types of verbs. So which are those? Here? Main verb and helping verb. We have two types of verbs. So here we have main verbs and helping verbs. Main verbs and helping verbs. Okay. Again, in helping verbs, it is divided into two. In helping verbs, it is divided into two. That is primary verbs and modals. Okay, this is called modals. Again, this primary verb is divided into three. That is, it's called to be, to do, and to have. Okay, so let's see that. And here the modals are shall, will, can, then would, could, should, and also may, might. So these are called modals. Still we have some of the modals like must, ought to, dare to, used to. Okay, so those are called as a helping verbs. So helping verb is divided into two, that is primary verbs and modals. So modals are called as shall, will, can, would, could, should, may, might, okay, must, ought to, dare to, used to. So these are called as a helping verbs. So here we have in primary, when we look over this primary verbs, we have to be, to do, and to have. So what is this to be, to do, and to have? Let's see here. To be means is, are. So I will write here. So to be means I'm writing up here, so don't get confused. What is to be means? To be means the words like am, is, are, was and were. So these are called to be words. Okay, is, are, were, am. Then what is to do means? To do means do forms. So what are do, and does. Okay, so do and does are called to do. These are called primary verbs. These are called primary verbs. Then what do you mean by to have? So what does this means? To have. To have means have, has and had. Okay. So these are called helping verbs, and in helping verbs, and these are called primary verbs. Okay. I hope that you have understood the types of verbs. It's clear? So let's check on what are the main verbs. Okay. So for this we will discuss it later. But let's move on to this. What is this main verb? Okay. So I am going to rub it now. So once again we will look over this. Okay. Over this types. So in verbs we have two types of verbs. So what are the verbs are? Main verbs, helping verbs. In helping verbs it is divided into two, that is primary and modals. So what are the modals here? Shall, will, can, could, may, might, would, should, must, have, must not have, must, used to, dare to, need to. So those are called modals. So modals, and it is also called helping verbs. Then in primary, so again we come to the primary, so it is divided into three, that is to be form, to be helping verbs, to do helping verbs, and to have helping verbs. So then what do you mean by to be verbs? Here the words are am, is, are, was, were are called as to be helping verbs or primary helping verbs. To do here is, that is do and does. These are called primary helping verbs. Then to have, when we come to this, to have here is have, has, had are called as primary helping verbs. I hope that you have understood this one. Okay, so let's move on to the main verbs. So what are the main verbs are? Okay, let's see about main verbs. So what is this main verbs? All the verbs which expresses action are the main verbs. Okay, so all the words which shows the actions are called as a main verbs. Once again I am repeating the definition here. What is the main verb? All the actions which refers about all the words which refers about the action, that is called as a main verb. So the words like I have told you that the words like drink, write, okay, then either it may be the past tense or a present tense. It tells the same thing, that is it shows the actions. Okay, and you may say drink, drank, call. Okay, then wear, write, wrote, drive, sleep, eat. Okay, these are called main verbs. So this is about. According to their usage, again it is classified into two. Okay, according to the usage of that, according to the usage, again these main verbs are classified into two, that is transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. And intransitive verbs. So what is this transitive and intransitive verbs? So in this, the transitive verbs are those which take an object, that is their action is referred over it. Okay, here an object, if we take some object, okay, and there it tells about an object, but it is not telling about an object, it tells about an action. Okay, so that is called transitive. And intransitive means intransitive verbs are those which do not take any object, that is action is limited to the subject only. Here the action is not depends on anything. So it is not depends on the object. Action is not depend on the object. So it is directly the person or things it is going to be do. Okay, the action is limited to the subject. The subject is doing something, not the object. So that is called intransitive. So let's see, let's check which are the transitive verbs, which are the intransitive verbs. So here the verbs like play, read, write, watch, show, cook, then start. So the and start are called as transitive verbs. So these are called as transitive verbs. So let's check out to the intransitive verbs. The intransitive verbs like sleep, run, cry, weep, smile, laugh, go, walk, then smile, return, then okay, then tired. Okay, so see here object is involved. In this action, some objects are involved here. Here there is no objects are involved. So those are called transitive. Here objects, the action is depends on the actions. So here you can see play, read, write, watch, show, cook and start. So these needs objects. Okay, when action is doing with the objects, then only it is called as a transitive verbs. So when we check over intransitive verbs, where subject is doing here, okay, the subject has to do. It depends on subject, not object. So what it is doing, subject means person, not object. Okay, so these are called intransitive verbs. I hope that you have understood. So once again I am going to explain here. Transitive verbs means play, read, write, watch, show, cook and start. So these are the actions which depends on objects. So here objects involved here. But in intransitive verbs you can see that, so all the verbs like action verbs like sleep, run, cry, weep, smile, laugh, go, walk, tired. So it depends on subjects, not object. There is no object, only subject has to do. A person has to do. Okay, so that is called as a intransitive verb. I hope that you have understood this. Okay, so in the main verbs we have two types of verbs, that is transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. I hope that you have understood this. So let's check out, and it is the usage of main verbs. So let's move on to the helping verbs or auxiliaries. Helping verbs. So helping verbs or auxiliaries, or it's called as auxiliaries. Auxiliaries. Here there are 24 auxiliaries in English language. There are further classified as primary and modals. Already we know it. Okay. So in English we have 24 auxiliaries are present, and it is described in primary and modals. Okay. So which are the primary auxiliaries? So let's see about our primary auxiliaries. You have know it. To do forms, to be forms, to do forms and to have. Okay. Those are called primary auxiliaries. primary auxiliaries. Okay, verbs such as am, is, are, was, were, and do, did, have, has, then had, okay, and had. So these are used as a ordinary or a main, and verbs to form a tenses, passive voice, questions, and negative sentences. Like these primary auxiliaries like is, am, are, was, were, then have, had, has, do, did. Okay, so why we are using these things? We are using to form such as, we are using to form verbs like these are the verbs are using to form tenses, to form tenses, then passive voice, okay, then questions, and negative sentences. So understood this clearly. So why we needed our primary auxiliaries? So these words we are needed to form, that is verbs are using to form. These verbs are using to form tenses. Okay, so these are the primary auxiliaries, and that models are using to form tenses. Okay, then passive voice to construct the passive voice sentences, and also questions, and also negative sentences. So in these forms we are using these verbs. So where we are using? So in these forms we are using it. Okay, so this is about. So let's see the examples. Example of this primary auxiliaries. Example for primary auxiliary, that is, Radha does not trust Krishna. Radha does not trust Krishna. So here does not, does is about the action of a Radha, okay, and it also shows a negative sentence. Does not. Why? Because here not is used, so that's why it is called as negative sentences. Okay, then so the next example, they have worked for a hour, okay. So here have is says for the primary auxiliaries. Okay, they have worked for hour, so it may be tells about a tenses. Okay, it shows a tenses, and it says about a tenses. Okay, so these primary verb it is used, auxiliary verb is used to show the tenses. So what the people means, they means it refers to the subject. Okay, when we use the helping verb have, and it is says about a worked for a hour, it tells about the tenses. Okay, so this is about. So next is modal verbs or modals. Modal verbs or modals. Next helping verb is modal verbs or modals. So what are those? So here verbs like will, shall, would, could, shall, then should, okay, may, might. So these are called as a modal verbs or a modals. They are used with the main verbs to form sentences expressing permission, orders, obligation and request. Okay, so here the modals like will, shall, may, might, then would, should, could, then need to, ought to, dare to. So these are called verbs. So why it is using? To express, it is using for expressing permission, okay, to express. These are using for a sentence to express the permission, then obligation, then orders and request. So these verbs, these modal verbs and modals are using for why it is using to form a sentences which expresses permission, obligation. Permission means when we take some permission, we should have to use these helping verbs, okay. Then obligation, possible, if the work is going to be happen or not, possibly, okay. So there it is called obligations. Then orders, so when we are ordering somebody, so these verbs are suitable for that. And the requests, so it when we are talking in a polite manner and when we are requesting something, okay, so in that situation we can use this verbs, that is the modal verbs, okay. So in that certain situation we are using it. Next is conjugation of verbs. I hope that you have understood why we need these modals. We need to expressing permission, obligation, orders and request, okay. So next is conjugations. So conjugation verbs like, it means verbs have three principal forms. Forming three forms is called conjugation verbs, okay. So here the rule says, it means that verbs, it has three forms. Verbs have three forms, okay. So that three forms are called as conjugation of verbs. So which are the three forms? Let's see here. The three forms are that is present tense, past tense, then past participle, okay. So conjugation verbs are the verbs have three forms, and those three forms are present tense, past tense and past participle, okay. That is about the verbs only, okay. So in if the action is done in the past tense, so what kind of a verb which is used in a past tense? Suppose the action is done in perfect manner, so that is used as a past participle. And suppose the action is doing in a present time, okay, the present situation, so that action word is called as action word tells in the form of present tense. So I will describe you three forms here clearly, that how we are going to use it. Suppose like present tense, so we may say it V1, present tense is called as V1, and then past tense, so it is called as V2. Past participle is called as V3. Okay. So children, here we have three forms of what are the conjugation verbs are. Conjugation verbs to form a three forms. So that is called as a past part. The first is present tense, then past tense and past participle, and it is referred as a V1, V2 and V3. So let's see the words like call. When we use call in present tense, if call is the action is takes place in a past, okay, so that it turns into called. Okay, and then in past participle, where the action is done completely without any doubt, it has done completely, so that is called as a called, the same. So both the thing it has used as a same. Okay, ed is added here. Then the action is called dream, which is in present tense. Okay, in present tense the action is called dream here. Then it is changed in past tense. It is going to be a change in past tense, that is called dreamt. Okay, dreamt. Dreamt, or you may say it dreamed. Okay, dreamt. Here the same word is repeating here also. Dreamt or dreamed. Okay, then keep, kept, and here also kept. Then eat, ate, eaten. Okay, then make, made, made. Send, sent, and sent. Okay, so these are the examples I have given here, the examples of verbs which are changed from present tense to past tense and past tense to past participle. Okay, so these are here in English. In English there are a lot of verbs, okay, which describe about our actions. Okay, I have given only some words which is only a few words, but actually in English there are a lot of action verbs are present. Okay, so you have to collect some of the verbs and you have to write down like this. Okay, so what are the action verbs and what it means when it change into past tense, so what it means, so that one you have to write, okay, in your grammar book. Okay, practice it in your grammar book and write down, and how much you know that main verbs which is in present tense, which is used in present tense, and try to change in a past tense and past participle. Okay, it's better for you for a practice. Okay, and through that you learn about a lot of abundance of vocabulary. Okay, so this is about today's class, that is a verbs. Okay, so verb, we have learned today's class, that is a verb and types of verbs. Okay, there are different types of verb. How the helping verb is divided into two, that is primary and modals, and again primary is divided into three, that is to be and to do and to have. Okay, so these things are using to form a passive voice, then negative sentences. Okay, then question tags. So if it is asked for question tags or questions, so in that situation we are using, and it is also says about the tenses. Okay, so in that we need it. And the modals, so modal is using for modal verbs, it is using for to expressing obligations, then permission, request and order. Okay, so this is about today's class. I hope that you have understood this and you have learned about a verb properly. Okay, so all of you, we will meet you in the next class. So till then, stay at home, keep learning. Thank you.